So I'm going to do another video on basically the review of my tent here. This is a Mount Hershey fast pitch Coleman tent. It's WeatherTech. I mean, I wouldn't buy any tent. I don't think anybody would buy a tent if it wasn't weatherproof, but I don't really get what the whole WeatherTech thing means. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Cool, it's WeatherTech. Every tent should be weatherproof, whatever. But regardless, it's a very good tent. I've been camping with it probably at least 8 times now. I bought it several months ago at Walmart for $100, and it was the last of its kind. They did remake this tent, or a newer model of it, and they renamed it. But it's called a Mount Hershey 6-person fast pitch tent. It's right there. And for the most part, it's got 2 windows. It's got, you know, your rain fly, stakes, and you know, everything that comes with it. The only problem I had with it, which was basically my fault, was I didn't tuck in the tarp underneath it. So it obviously, the last time I went camping, it got kind of wet. But this is my little domicile in here. And just a few things. Those are my favorite. I was showing you guys in a previous episode, you know, this is kind of what it is. I wouldn't say it's the most efficient tent as far as cold weather camping. When you go cold weather camping, if it's with 1 or 2 people, this is my opinion. Don't take it, you know, 100%, but my opinion is when you go cold weather camping, you want a tent that's going to retain your body heat and not flap as much in the wind. This one is really more for, like, you know, 3-season camping, summer, spring, fall. But I mean, it can be used this winter. It's just not as efficient as far as keeping warmth, because there's a high ceiling in it, and you really want something that's smaller that will contrast to your body, and has just enough room to kind of keep your gear. Other than that, it does come with a little floor mat that comes like right on the outside of the tent that you can walk through, or like a little miniature tarp. I really haven't had the need to, you know, stake it down hardcore because it hasn't been very windy, which is weird because this is Kansas, but it is winter time, so the doldrums have not made their way around the equator, if you know what I mean. If you've ever paid attention in school about doldrums. I just thought those were things in Alice in Wonderland and things that were made up, but they're not. Let's see, what else do I want to do a review on? These gloves. These gloves, I do not like them. Do not buy them. They were not worth it. Normal price are like $20. And I got them 25% off, so they were $15. And they're for general purpose. You could buy a pair of gloves that are $5 and do the same exact thing. They do not keep your hands very warm. I won't say that they don't keep them warm at all, but I'll say that they're very inefficient. So I'm probably going to go get some different gloves. I'll just use these for general purpose gloves. But I was hoping that they would be better, but they're not. This saw, on the other hand, I got from Coleman Factory Outlet Store. It is the bomb. It's just your general hand saw. You can actually get any hand saw like it at any kind of hardware store, or Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. But that saw cost me $3, and I'll tell you, it's a lot better than my hatchet, my camping hatchet that I spent $50 on. So that's saying a lot there. A camping hatchet versus a handsaw. I would probably go with the handsaw. You burn a lot less calories and you can cut through wood a lot faster. Branches, things like that. What else? As far as backpacking goes, I don't really have the need to go backpacking in Kansas. There's not a lot of trails, but I don't live around a lot of trails. There's a couple of trails around Cheney Lake and southeast Kansas, you know, different areas. I bought this guy for 20 bucks at Walmart. It's not really a hiking bag, but it's very, very useful. I mean, it's got pretty much everything needed. It's got your water bag, holds everything. I think it holds like a liter of water, I want to say. It does freeze at night, so I don't really rely just on that. But then, you know, I can put clothes in it, more clothes. You can keep just about anything dry in this. It's got some side pockets, so I keep my little water filter in there. Also, I put my knife in there. It's got a few harnesses, so that way I can, if I'm actually hiking, I can, you know, wear it as I hike. I did go hiking in Arkansas around the Caddo Bend Trail and another trail, Dogwood Trail. And it was really useful then. But I don't really go hiking in Kansas, so there's really no point. These guys, as I was mentioning in my previous episode, these guys saved my life. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, they're really good. I mean, I didn't freeze my toes off last night because of these. Most people would say if you're cold and you're still in your sleeping bag, there's something wrong. But me, personally, I have very bad circulation to my ankles and to my feet. That's just me. It doesn't matter how much I'm bundled up. It can be 40 degrees, 50 degrees in the house, which is warm for me, and I'll still be cold. So it doesn't make a difference. For the most part, I'm just going to cut this video off here, and if you guys have any questions, just ask. You know, there's my tropical trail mix. I've already said kind of the same things over and over again in my videos, but I just like shooting because it's fun, and I like camping, and I like looking outside of my tent and just waking up to nature. Right now you can kind of hear like something over there in the background. It sounds like some kind of a dirt mover or a bulldozer or something. I don't know what that is. But yep. And I only brought one pillow. I think next time I might bring two, but most actual campers, like people who are hardcore into camping and hiking and things like that, they don't actually bring pillows necessarily, or if they do, they'll bring like one of those little compact pillows that is just only meant for just your head, and it's just very specifically meant for camping, and it doesn't weigh a lot, and that's probably what I would invest in if I ever did go backpacking, or went hardcore camping, like for 2 weeks out in, you know, Colorado or something like that. I will say the one thing before I do cut this video short is that I did hear some weird noises last night, and that's just not, you know, me being paranoid or anything. I would have to say it's probably the bats, because we have a lot of bats out here, and they're probably just using their little echolocation. It sounded like if you ever blew down a straw from an angle, and it made that noise. You know what I'm talking about? That's kind of what it sounded like, except for it was way loud. It was like reverberating off of the trees and stuff. So it kind of sounded like it could be a bat or something. And then, other than that, there hasn't been anybody out here, which I like. I mean, there's your common people that drive around the lake just for sightseeing. They don't really get out of their cars or anything. They just kind of just drive around and wave at you, which is fun. But I like it here. I like camping, and I'll probably do a lot more of it. If you guys have anything you would like me to try out, go places, anything specifically, just drop a comment in the box below. I'm not a big YouTuber, so I may not be on all the time to check the comments, but yeah, just let me know. Have a good one. Bye.